Good afternoon po, ma'am. Ako nga po pala si Gonet Reyes. At ako po magiging student nurse niyo for today. Bago po tayo magsimula, pwede niyo po ba sabihin sa akin yung pangalan at birthday niyo?
Glenda, April 20.
At pwede po ba makita ang wristband niyo para po ma-verify ko po yung identity niyo? Okay po, thank you. So, bago po tayo magsimula, ay explain ko po muna kung ano nga po ba yung procedure na gagawin po natin ngayon. Ang procedure po na gagawin natin ngayon, since pre-operative patient po kayo, tuturuan ko po kayo how to move in bed with incision, leg exercises, deep breathing exercises, and also coughing exercises. So, importante po yung mga yun since yung pag-move niyo po sa bed with incision, yung proper movements po, ay makakatulong po para hindi po mabanat yung tahi nyo and also maiwasan po natin yung further complications. And yung like exercises naman po, makakatulong po yun para sa inyong blood circulation and also ay makakatulong din po yun para ma-maintain po natin yung muscle tone nyo. And also naman po, yung deep breathing exercises ay makakatulong po yun para po ma-clear na po yung anesthesia na in-administer sa inyo nung operation po. And yung mga coughing exercises naman po is for your respiratory para po makatulong po siya sa overall recovery ng inyong respiration. So, ayun po yung ating procedure. Bago po ako magsimula for your cultural sensitivity and awareness po, may mga things po ba kayo na gusto niyo pong iwasan ko po gawin during the procedure?
Wala.
Okay po. So, for your privacy na rin po, ay sinarahan ko na po yung pinto and yung cortina para po mas maging komportable po kayo in doing this procedure with me. Since may times po or mostly po nagagawin po natin ngayon is kailangan po ng participation nyo. Okay lang po ba yun, ma'am?
Okay.
Okay po, thank you po. So, mag-start na po tayo. Okay, now, ma'am, magpo-proceed na po tayo with infection control. So, infection control po, under that po is hand hygiene or hand washing. And bago po ako pumasok dito, is ginawa ko na po yun. It's very important po for us to do the hand hygiene. Meron po tayong 5 moments of hand washing. So, ang una po dyan, before touching patients, before doing a procedure, after touching patient surroundings, and also after a procedure or bodily fluids exposure risk. And after naman po ng hand washing, pwede na po mag-proceed on wearing different PPE or personal protective equipments. So, una nga po dyan is donning fresh gown, wearing mask, wearing eyewear or yung goggles, and also wearing gloves. Now, we're going to proceed to the procedure itself. And first is the patient positioning. And first, we're going to ensure that the patient is lying down in a comfortable position. Ma'am, are you comfortable with your position
Yes.
right now? Okay, thank you. So now we're going to put the pillow strategically to support the head, back, and other areas of discomfort and vulnerability. And since for my patient, she would like to put pillows under her head. So that's what we're going to do. Ma'am, lalagyan ko na po ng unan yung head part niyo po. Yes po. I-assist lang po if kaya niyo po. Ma'am, thank you. Ay po ba yan, ma'am? Comfortable naman po? Okay. Now we're going to adjust the height of the bed to the level that will be easy and safe for the movement of the patient. Now we're going to proceed with communication. And first of that is very important for us to explain clearly the movement or the process we're going to do with the patient before initiating any movement. And also, we're going to encourage the patient to report any pain or discomfort during the process. So, ma'am, bago po magsimula, is ipapaliwanag ko naman po lagi kung ano po yung mga dapat natin gawin. So, huwag po kayong mag-alala, hindi naman po kayo magugulat sa kung ano man po yung mga dapat nyo gawin or mga papagawa ko po sa inyo mamaya. And also po, ina-encourage ko po kayo na kapag may naramdaman po kayong pain or discomfort habang ginagawa po natin yung procedure, ay huwag po kayong mahihiyang magsabi para po manote po natin yun. And also, ma-stop na po natin yung procedure kung hindi nyo naman po talaga kaya pa. Okay po ba yun, ma'am?
Okay.
Now we're going to proceed with the movement techniques, and it's very important to teach the patient the following. First, we're going to teach the patient to bend the knees and keep the feet flat on the bed. Okay, ma'am, ngayon po, ang papagawa ko po sa inyo is kaya niyo po ba i-bend yung knees niyo po and yung feet niyo po or yung paa niyo po is ilalapat lang po sa kama? Try po natin, isa po muna. Okay, so next naman po. Okay, very good. So, pwede nyo na po extend. Okay, so after that, we're going to advise the patient to use her arms to support her body while rolling to the bed. Okay, ma'am, so ngayon po is papagawa ko po sa inyo is mag-roll po kayo sa bed. And importante po while doing the movement is susuportahan niyo po yung body niyo. Especially yung incision site niyo po sa abdomen. So, ang advice ko po sa inyo is ilagay niyo po yung kamay niyo dyan and then yung isa niyo pong kamay on top or nakapatong po sa isa niyo kamay para po magkaroon ng counting pressure na mag-support po sa body niyo throughout the movement. So, ma'am, can you please do that po? Roll po kayo sa bed. Kaya niyo po ba? Okay. Okay, very good. So, very good po yan. So, now we're going to, it's very important to keep the incision site supported and stable throughout the movement. So, ma'am, yun nga po yung sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, yung supportahan nyo po yung incision site nyo sa kahit ano po movement na gagawin nyo. Especially kung mag-roll po kayo sa bed or uupo po kayo para po maiwasan po natin yung mga further complications. And yung tunuro ko pong technique sa inyo is ayun po yung pwede nyo pong gawin sa mga ginagawa nyong movement. And also, we're going to emphasize the importance of moving slowly and avoid sudden and jerky movements during the procedure. Okay, so ma'am, advice lang po or reminder lang po sa inyo na hindi naman po tayo nagmamadali sa mga procedure na ginagawa natin. So, hindi po tayo nagmamadali, kaya po iwasan po natin yung mga biglaang movements since maaari po yung maka-apekto po sa inyong incision site. Okay po ba yun? Okay. So, now we're going to proceed with the different leg exercises. And first to that is the ankle pumps. So we're going to ask the patient to sit or lie down and keep the legs straight. Ma'am, ngayon po magpo-proceed na po tayo with different leg exercises. Ang una po dyan is yung ankle pumps. So pwede naman po kayo nakahiga dito. And ang ask ko lang po sa inyo is pwede po ba na straight po natin yung legs natin? Okay, thank you po. Okay, so sa ankle pumps, we're going to ask the patient to move her feet up and down. With first, we're going to move the ankle below and then move or push the ankle towards the body or towards the body. So, ma'am, ang gagawin po natin sa ankle pump is, ang una po natin gagawin sa inyong ankle is puput po natin siya below. So, parang away po siya sa body natin and then we're going to push it towards the body. So, palapit naman po. Kaya po ba natin itong gawin independently? Try po natin magkasabay po ang ating paa. So, ankle pumps po. So, away and then towards the body. So, do it repeatedly po, ma'am. Okay. So, we're going to do it 10 to 15 times and 2 to 3 times a day. So, okay. Now, we're going to proceed to another leg exercise, which is the quad sets. And we're going to ask the patient the same position by lying down and keeping the legs straight. So, magpo-proceed na po tayo with another leg exercise po. Ano po? And now po, magpo-proceed tayo with focusing on your thigh part. So, para po mas ma-exercise pa po natin yung ating paa. And for this po, same position lang po ay kayo po ihihiga and then keep po natin yung legs natin straight. Okay lang po ba yun?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so in quad set, we're going to ask the patient to tighten the muscles on top of her thighs. And then we can do that by pushing the knee or the back of the knees down. And then we're going to hold that for like 5 to 10 seconds and then relax it again. Okay, ma'am. So, explain ko lang po kung paano po natin gagawin yung quad sets. So, ang una po dyan is we're going to tighten the muscles po above your thighs. So, yung quadriceps niyo po. So, kaya nyo po bang i-tighten po yan? So, tutulungan ko po kayo by pushing your ankle down. Okay, yan. So, kaya po ba yung gawin independently? And magka-count po ako ng 5 seconds bago nyo po i-relax ulit. Okay po ba yun? Gets nyo po ba?
Okay.
Okay, so start po tayo with quadricep. So, ma'am, can you tighten your muscles po? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then relax po. Okay, so the patient was able to do that. And we're going to focus on engaging with the muscle without straining the incision site. And also, ma'am, same lang po, we're going to do it po 10 to 15 times and 2 to 3 times per day. So, now we're going to proceed with another leg exercise called the straight leg raises. So for the positioning of the patient, we're going to ask the patient to lie down again, but this time, one knee is bent and the other one is straight. So, ma'am, good afternoon po ulit. So, ngayon po proceed po tayo sa isa pa pong leg exercise na tinatawag na straight leg raises. Ito naman po is para matest naman po natin yung range of motion ng legs niyo po. Ano po? So, ngayon po, hindi ko po kayo ask to straighten both of your legs. So, can you bend the knee po? Bend the knee of the other leg po. So, yung kabila po, yung mas comfortable po kayo na i-bend. Ayan. Okay. So, straight lang po yung isa nating legs. Ano po? Wait lang po sa further instruction. So, for the straight leg raises, we're going to ask the patient to tighten the muscles of the straight leg and lift it to the height of the bent knee. But since the patient has abdominal or abdomen incision, we're not going to ask her to do it so high. So, to avoid straining the incision site. But we're going to start with small movements and gradually increase the range of motion. Okay, so ma'am, since meron na po kayong strain or hindi po pala strain, sorry po, since meron po kayong incision sa inyong abdomen, ay hindi ko naman po kayo i-ask po na i-lift yung feet niyo po or yung legs niyo po na sobrang taas. So, gawin niyo lang po yung height na comfortable po kayo, yung hindi po kayo nasasaktan. At hindi rin po wala pong discomfort habang ginagawa niyo po yan. Okay po ba yun? So, ngayon po ma'am, can you tighten the muscles po nitong straight legs niyo po. And then, ang gagawin po niyo po is, ililift niyo lang po siya. Dahan-dahan po, wag po tayo magmamadali. Ano po? Ililift niyo lang po siya dun sa height na kaya niyo po. Again po, wag po tayo magmamadali. At para hindi po natin mag-cause ng strain sa inyong incision site. So, ma'am, start na po tayo with your straight leg po. Okay, so, slowly down po. Okay, can you lift again po, ma'am? Okay, so I can see improvements. Okay, thank you po. So, ma'am, same lang po. We're going to do it 10 to 15 times and then 2 to 3 times per day. Now we're going to proceed with another leg exercise called the heel slide. And we're going to ask the patient to lie down again and then we're going to ask her to bend both of her knees. So ma'am, magpuproceed na po tayo ulit sa isa pa pong leg exercise. At tinatawag naman po itong heel slide. So sa part naman po ito ng inyong sakong. So ma'am, ngayon po, i-ask ko po kayo na i-bend nyo po ang pareho nyong legs. Okay, kaya po ba? Bend po, pareho ng legs. Okay. So now we're going to ask the patient to slide one leg or one heel, straightening the leg as much as possible. So ma'am, can you slide your heel po? So ang gagamit nila po natin dito is nakatuon po yung sakong nyo and slide nyo lang po siya as straight as possible. Kaya po ba? Okay. Start po. Go lang po. Okay. And then, pabalik naman po ma'am sa position natin. Sa original position. Okay. So, ma'am, kaya niyo po ba siyang ulitin sa other leg na po? Okay. Sige lang po ma'am. Continue po. Okay po. Okay. Then, back po tayo sa position ulit. So if the patient have incision on the thighs or knees, we're not going to force the movement. And also, we're going to ask the patient to do the movement slowly and stop immediately if experiencing any discomfort or pulling out on the part of the incision site. So, ma'am, this movement will going to be done also 10 to 15 times and 2 to 3 times per day. Now we're going to proceed with deep breathing exercise. And for this exercise, we're going to ask the patient to lie down in a comfortable position and make sure that she's not feeling any strains. So, ma'am, ngayon po, magpo-proceed na po tayo with deep breathing exercise. And for this procedure naman po, same position lang po. You can do it while you are lying down up as well. So, for your position po, just lie down in a comfortable position and ask ko lang po kung nakaka-feel po kayo ng any strains or discomfort.
Hindi.
Okay, good po. So, now we're going to ask the patient to close her eyes so that she can focus and avoid any distractions. So, ma'am, ngayon naman po magpuproceed po tayo. So, pwede niyo po bang isara po ang inyong mata? Close your eyes po for a while or during the procedure po. Kasi po, makakatulong po ito sa inyo for you to focus and also ma-avoid po natin, maiwasan po natin yung mga distractions. Okay lang po ba yan?
Okay.
Okay, so now that you're close your eyes po, pwede na po tayo mag-proceed on inhaling. So, sa pag-inhale niyo po, i-fill lang niyo po yung lungs niyo with air. And also, you can count po, as you breathe in po, you can count 4 counts, 1 to 4, mentally po. So, can you do that po, ma'am? And for exhaling naman po, bago po kayo mag-exhale, you can hold your breath for 4 seconds as well. So, ma'am, pwede na po ba kayo mag-inhale?
Okay.
Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. So, make sure po, ma'am, na sa pag ginagawa niyo po yung deep breathing niyo is maintain niyo lang po yung relax position niyo, yung muscles niyo po, wag niyo po i-tighten or wag po kayong mag-put ng pressure sa inyong katawan. So, relax position lang po lagi. Maintain lang po natin yung kahit breathing exercise. Clear po ba tayo doon? Okay? So, and also, it's important po na bago po tayo mag-inhale, exhale ulit or breathing ulit, ay mag-pause po muna tayo since para po mas maging ready po kayo for another breathing cycle. And also, para mas ma-prepare nyo po or ma-weigh nyo po yung sarili nyo. Okay po ba yun, ma'am? So, can you repeat po again? So, inhale, exhale. Okay, so we're going to continue the deep breathing for several minutes. So, ma'am, explain ko lang din po sa inyo na lagi po tayo mag-stay relax since ay hindi naman po ang purpose ng deep breathing na to para po mas maging relax po yung katawan nyo and makahelp din po siya with the respiration nyo po. And also, kaya po importante po na while doing the exercise, ay hindi po kayo tense and relax lang po ang inyong katawan. And for that po, we're going to end the breathing exercise and you can now open your eyes po, ma'am. And can you please assess yourself po kung ano po yung nafe-feel nyo after the breathing exercise po, ma'am? Okay, ma'am, ano po nafe-feel?
Okay naman.
Okay, wala naman po kayo nafe-feel na any discomfort after doing that. Hindi naman po kayo nasa-short ng breath or hinahapo. Hindi naman po. So, nakatulong po ba yung ginawa natin, ma'am, for you to breathe more comfortable or mas not natural po?
Okay.
Okay naman po. Now we're going to proceed with coughing exercise and first we're going to start with positioning. And since the client is lying down, we're going to advise her to bend her knees and also put her feet on top of the bed. So ma'am, we're going to proceed now with coughing exercise and first we're going to fix your position. And for this procedure, I'm going to ask you to bend both of your knees. Can you do that po? And yung paa niyo po is nakapatong lang po sa kama. Okay po, yung other din po. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to, depending on the surgery or operation that the patient had, if she had an incision, and since I mentioned earlier that my patient has an incision on her abdomen, we're going to ask her to support it before attempting to cough. So before that, we're going to ask the patient to support the incision using her hands or using a small pillow. So we can use a small pillow, ma'am. Since we're going to do the coughing exercise, you can support the incision so that we can alleviate the pain that you're going to feel while coughing. So this is just a technique. When you feel like coughing, you can do this. So, ma'am, we can try putting small pillow on the part of your incision. So you're just going to hug it and place it on the area of your incision so that it will be supported and allow a slight pressure. So ma'am, now that your incision is supported and stable, can you attempt to cough? Can you do that, ma'am? Okay, so how did you feel, ma'am, while coughing?
Okay naman.
Okay naman po. But do you feel any pain, slight pain? Slight pain on your incision side? Yes, you feel. That's why this is the pillow is here for to help you alleviate that pain. So on times that when you feel like you're going to cough, you can do this technique. So and also if you can't reach any pillow, you can use your hands, just like what I taught you earlier. Now we're going to proceed on deep breathing and coughing technique. And for this procedure, we're going to advise the patient to breathe in deeply through her nose, allowing her lower rib cage to expand and allowing her abdomen to move forward, and going to do it 3 to 5 count. And for breathing out, we're going to breathe in slowly and completely through pursed lips and also avoid forcing the breath out. So now, ma'am, we're going to proceed with deep breathing again. So, can I ask you po to fix your position in a comfortable position? Okay. And now for the deep breathing po, I'm going to demonstrate it to you first so that you will be more aware, or you can do it more accurately. So for this deep breathing, you're going to inhale through your nose and exhale through your pursed lips po. So first, yung mga ganun po yung tips natin. And we're going to count 3 to 5 count po. So while inhaling through your nose po, deeply po. And exhale po through your pursed lips. And paalala po, don't force your breath out po. Okay po? So do it slowly lang po when exhaling. And remember po, 3 to 5 count. Can you do it, ma'am, now? Can you do it po? Okay, thank you. So do it po, ma'am. Okay, so that's very good po. Now we're going to proceed on bracing the incision. And it's a procedure that we've been doing since earlier po. So now we're going to proceed now with bracing the incision. And bracing the incision, it's what we've been doing earlier po. Yun po yung technique kung saan ginagamitan po natin ng unan or ng ating kamay to hug or put pressure, slight, gentle but firm pressure po sa inyong incision site. And since my patient had an abdominal surgery, we're going to practice the technique of bracing the incision and that part. So, ma'am, in bracing the incision po, we can do two techniques. First po is using our hands. In using our hands, you can put your hand po gently and then your other hand on top on the site of incision. So it will allow to have a gentle but firm pressure. And also we can use a pillow po. We can also use a pillow po. So yan, you can use a pillow po to put it on the area of incision site. So it will also provide a gentle but firm pressure. So doing this po will reduce the stress and also help in pain control, especially when you feel like coughing and also when you feel like moving. Okay, so for the assessment part, we're going to monitor the patient for any signs of distress and also increase in pain during the movement. Ma'am, during the procedure po ba, did you feel any pain or discomfort?
Wala naman.
Okay, thank you po. So that's good po. Also, we're going to assess the incision site of the patient for any redness, swelling, or drainage after the movement is done. Okay, ma'am, let me assess your incision site lang po if there are any redness or swelling. Okay, so wala naman po. So that's good po. So since there's no any signs of redness or swelling, that means the patient's alright even after doing all the procedures. Now, for nursing consideration, we're going to review the pain management plan with the patient. Okay, so ma'am, ngayon po hawak ko po yung pain management plan niyo. And discuss ko lang po na ang physician niyo po ay may ilang pain medication na in-advise sa inyo. So, pwede niyo po siya i-take in case necessary for before doing a movement. Feel niyo po na sobrang sakit. So, pwede po kayo mag-take ng pain medication before moving. But not if necessary naman po. Since meron din po tayong mga non-pharmacological techniques na pwedeng gawin in pain management. Una na nga po dyan, yung deep breathing po. Ano po? Yung kanina po, yung tinuro ko po sa inyo. Pwede niyo po yung gawin if you feel like may nararamdaman po yung pain but somehow manageable naman po. So, yung deep breathing po makakatulong po siya to regulate it. And also, meron ba po tayong tinatawag na guided imagery. So, yung guided imagery po is ginagawa po siya para makatulong po in alleviating the pain. And ang isang example po niya is ini-imagine niyo po yung sarili niyo sa isang place na nakakapag-relax kayo. Example, ini-imagine niyo po yung scenery na nasa paligid niyo is the beach or kaya naman mga bundok. And that way po, mas maiisip niyo mag-relax and somehow you will forget about that pain po. Now we're going to proceed on repositioning. And in repositioning the client, let's just ensure that the client is in a comfortable position, properly aligned, and also supported by pillows. Now, ma'am, I'm going to start repositioning niyo na po since tapos na po ang ating procedure. So, reposition yourself na po in a more comfortable position. And also, I will put pillow here po sa side para po mas comfortable po kayo. Okay now? Ma'am, okay naman po ba yung position nyo ngayon? Comfortable naman. And
Okay.
encourage ko po kayo na bago po kayo gumawa pa ng further movements ay try to relax po and adjust muna dito sa bago nyong position. Okay lang po ba yun?
Okay lang.
Now, for education, we're just going to remind the patient about the significance of the procedure we've done and also discuss about the precautions, about the surgery that she had, and also the tips about body mechanics after she is discharged. Okay, so now po ma'am, I'm going to discuss lang po about the significance po ng mga ginawa nating procedure. So, keep in mind po lahat po ng ginawa natin since makakatulong po ito sa inyong healing process. Especially yung mga leg exercises and how to move in bed with incision, yung mga deep breathing exercise po natin, and yung coughing exercises. So, nakakatulong po yan in avoiding like diseases like thrombosis, and also nakaka-avoid din po yan yung mga feel nyo ng discomfort and pain. And also po makakatulong din po yun para hindi na po magkaroon ng complication about the surgery. So, para tuloy-tuloy lang po yung healing process nyo. And about naman po dun sa mga restrictions and precautions po ng nagawang surgery since nagkaroon po kayo ng abdomen incision. So, keep in mind po na hindi po agad kayo babalik how you live before po or yung mga ginagawa niyo po dati sa bahay. Let's avoid po muna natin yung mga bagay or mga activities na nakakapagod. So, avoid po muna natin yung para po tuloy-tuloy po ang ating healing process. And for the tips naman po, tips ko lang po is keep in mind po yung mga exercises na ginawa natin. Since kahit po discharge na kayo, you can do it at home po. Para po mas mapabilis din po yung healing nyo. And also, wag po tayo maging makulit at just follow po the doctor's order para po maging maayos po ang recovery. Po ako with documentation. So, with documentation po, make assured po kayo na lahat po ng ginawa natin is documented. Since makakatulong po ito with yung mga, kung ano po ba yung mga nursing intervention na gagawin natin further, and also makakatulong din po ito for further clinical judgment ng inyong attending physician. And let's remind ko lang po kayo about holistic nursing. So holistic nursing po is we do not care only about your physical health. We care all about the different aspect, mind, body, and soul. So if you have any concerns po, don't be shy and just approach me po and I will help you as much as I can. Lang po ma'am, have a good day. And thank you for all of your efforts and participation in this procedure.